episode, Cypher Sigma. It's a Wednesday. We all know what it is. It's a look what I've been watching. So I know we've gone over a year now. I think we're in the 55, 56 area. So anybody who doesn't know, this is a weekly video series where on a Wednesday I go over all the movies, series that I've watched the previous week. This is all physical media related. There is no, I tried not to cover online stuff. I have in the very early episodes, but I just wanted to keep it physical media, and it kind of gives me and spurs me on to watch physical media more. So let's get into it. So this is what it is. I'll do my little thing for my screen grab and we shall get into it. So how we start in reverse order. So we start in what I've just watched, and then we go backwards. So first off, we have the movie Parasite, the Korean one that won an Oscar. A great movie. It was a fun watch the second time. I did notice a little bit more. There was a few little notions to a few little twists that you don't necessarily pick up on, but a great movie. It is a very well executed idea of the whole parasite and stuff, and the name and how it's orchestrated and something. And yeah, absolutely great movie. Cannot recommend it. Obviously, it is subtitles. If you don't like subtitles, it's probably not for you. But otherwise, that is there. So next we have is the Steelbook of Creed 3. So this is what I bought from Zavvi recently. So I did enjoy this. I didn't enjoy this as much as I did the first time around watching it in cinema. I did get some more of the references from anime and stuff in this, and I still do think it is a good directorial debut from Ola Jordan. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan. The thing I found with this, and it hindered my viewing a little bit. So the 4K, I have an Xbox X, and that's what I was watching. And for some reason, the 4K version doesn't play very well. So I had issues that when I got to 20 minutes, it started to be a bit funny. It started to go very discoloured. I had to keep taking the disc out. It's a brand new disc. It's I haven't got any fingerprints on it. So it wasn't anything like that like you did with DVDs back in the day. This was on the day that my TV blew up, so I was very scared that my Xbox X was going to go up. And yeah, for like 15 minutes of the film, I tried rewatching it, tried redoing it, and it just wasn't playing it. So I ended up watching the DVD version, which was still good. It's a bit of a shame because obviously I did notice a difference in the 4K to the Blu-ray version of this movie, but unfortunately it has issues. So it's something for you if you're coming across this, if you're getting into 4K, please be aware. Obviously Xbox X's and PlayStation 5s, there are certain movies that I hear that do have issues. So it's something good to know, but I still enjoyed the movie. I've got, obviously AJ Lovely gifted me 1 and 2 steelbooks, so I have all 3 as a steelbook version, so it's nice to have that. Not something I really have across the board of all my movies, but good to have that. Next one, if not my favourite TV series of all time, is That 70s Show. It's always a fun watch, and I'm enjoying reliving this. Watched it many times in my youth. I found that the first 3 series were probably most played on TV because there are bits of this series that I don't remember too much. This is where Eric and Donna have split up. Obviously, Midge is not present because the real-life actress was caring after her dying husband, and there are a few other changes that. But I still enjoy this, obviously, regarding certain characters who have not been in the limelight. I enjoy this fictional work that they participated in. I look forward to the next 4 series of it. The final one, and probably the most disappointing film I have or series I have, is the final series of Line of Duty. This is brilliant up to the final episode, and it just fails to deliver. The fact it fails to deliver is not down to the actors or the actress, it's the whole story. It's people have been doing this for many, many weeks, years even, for the 6th series, and they get to this final conclusion and it just falls flat, and kind of, it has an ending that links me to season 1 where it just, nothing really gets resolved. Nobody gets kind of a good ending. It all kind of ends miserable and messy, and I don't know why they did that. There are rumours that there are a 7th series, and I hope they do bring a 7th series back because it does need a redemption. I mean, it is a great series up until that final episode. I just don't know what they were thinking of it. But still, I would advise you to watch it. Just be aware that obviously, unfortunately, the final ending is a bit disappointing, which is a bit of a shame. Then we have one from my childhood that I absolutely loved. Me and my sister watch this all the time, and this is The Adventures of the American Rabbit. So a great movie that I did enjoy revisiting. It's very cheesy in times, but still for 1986, I think it is around. The animation stuff is really is done well for its time, for a small studio. It is very cheesy and American, but it has a few good voice actors. So the voice actor, I believe, who plays, I want to say Raphael or Donatello in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, he plays the voice of the American Rabbit, so it's quite familiar. There also is a gorilla in it called Ping Pong. He is voiced by the voice of Garfield. So there's a few things for you to pick up on as you watch this. But it is a great little movie. Glad to have this in the collection. Obviously, I know I paid quite a bit of money for it, but glad to revisit this, and then one day when I have children to watch it with them. And then the final one that I started off is one of my favourite movies from 2023. Where are we at? 22, which obviously was just when I started YouTube, so I didn't feature that, and that is Avatar 2: Way of the Water. So this was a Christmas present from my sister. Not the version I was actually after, but it's still good to have this in the collection. And obviously recently bought Avatar 1, but still absolutely loved it. When I put this on, and this is not the 4K, I just marvelled of how beautiful this movie is, and just like James Cameron has, I thought the first one was visually good, but the story lacked. I think this one escalates it. I know there have been a lot of comparisons, it's the same sort of story, but to me, it doesn't. You have elements where you are passing the torch from the parents to the kids. There are more kids. There are kind of more main actors in there. You have the sea whale, which adds a kind of depth, and the sea people that add a kind of a stepping stone as we have in the story. I know, like, everyone who is working on this knows about how the story is going. The fact that you have what was classed as an epic first movie, this movie made over 2 billion, and it brings you back to Pandora, and after so many years you still can connect and enjoy the one. They spend like the first 40 minutes within the tree people, and then they move to the sea people and how they've done that well, and then you have kind of the whale and the whale ship and that, and it does seem like quite a big battle when you get to it, and it builds up to story, but you don't realise that this is such a small battle on the world, and that's probably what they're building to. It's going to be epic, I think, by the end of it. And I must admit, this movie turns me into a massive lover of the Avatar series. So that is it. So that has been a look what I've been watching. Have you seen any of these? Let me know in the comments down below. I always advise on this movie. If you're watching this stuff, you see I watch anything and everything. If there's something you think I like that I've not mentioned, please do let me know also in the comments below. Otherwise, I've been Cypher6 Screen Time. This is Look What I've Been Watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.